Hello, everybody. Today is Friday, the 3rd of February. Yesterday was my dear dad's heavenly birthday. It was a difficult day, sad in one respect, but in another, I was thinking of him and sending him love, knowing that he's probably watching over me. I want to talk today a little bit about New Earth energy and also the Selenite crystal, which is particularly powerful for this energy. I've made some notes. So the other day we had the green comet. This is the comet that hasn't appeared for 50,000 years. And if you like, you can think of it as the completion of a cycle. Now, there's a number of cards in the tarot deck that could be used for this, but I'm going to use the Tower because it resonates with me the most. You're also thinking about other cards such as the Death card, which is the end of one cycle going into something new. There's something new being birthed. And also the Fool, which is the start of a new chapter. The Fool goes along just with the flow, doesn't think or overthink too much about what's happening, is just going along the path that they believe they need to follow. So we had the green comet. This comet is bringing with it New Earth energy, and it's manifesting itself through really bright light, whether that be sunlight or even on a dull day. That dullness is somewhat brighter. We can't really put our finger on it, but it's just brighter. The whole energy is brighter, and it can be piercing, really intense, so you can't even bear to look at it. It's so bright. This light is carrying codes that are being downloaded to us here on Earth from the universe and beyond. The energy is not able to be accessed by everybody because it depends how much work the individual has done on themselves and how open and receptive they are to the universe and how much faith and courage they have, whether they're holding on to any fear, and the work that they've done, whether it is enough to take them into higher vibrational frequencies. Therefore, light workers who've done the necessary work, and anybody else as well who is at a particular state of their evolution, their human evolution, will be able to access these codes unconsciously. They won't even need to think about it. Selenite is the perfect crystal for the New Earth vibration because it's attuned to the greater good of all beings, whether they're human beings or from the animal kingdom, all the creatures. It's such a beautiful way in which to access and ground an individual's light body and for opening them up to the higher selves. Selenite is an ancient crystal named after the moon goddess Selene. Selene had silver wings and a crescent crown. She travels across the sky in a gleaming chariot, turning the golden hues of the day into the silvery night, and to guide and protect anybody who is in darkness. The ancient Greeks believed Selene to be the moon herself, although other cultures have their own representations. But the moon, full of tranquility, love, light, and blessing. Often, if you look up at the moon, you will get guidance and inspiration if you tuned into that energy, that moon energy. Just like the crystal selenite that the moon represents. Selenite is often carved and produced into items in Morocco, and then it gets shipped out worldwide. But the prime place for getting the selenite is Morocco these days. It's renowned for its transparent and ethereal radiance found in its crystals, and it has a particularly white light in any environment in which it is placed. Also, like the moon shining down, it's believed to contain the pure liquid light of spirit that dwells in the place between light and matter. It instills a profound sense of peace and calm, and holds a really fine, high frequency and powerful energy greater than most of the stones for opening, clearing, and activating the crown and higher crown chakras, namely the 7th and 8th chakras. The 8th chakra, the higher crown, is lavender in colour, and I actually remember when it was discovered. At the moment, we have 12 chakras that have been recorded, but of course there are many, many more. They're all like whirlpools of energy that spin around, not just us, but in the universe and the earth, around the earth itself, and in everything, the trees, the hills, the valleys, everywhere has a particular frequency and energy, its own chakra system. That's what I believe. So it's an ideal stone for meditation and spiritual work, including healing and Reiki, and things like sound therapy, and also connecting to the ancient wisdom and knowledge, and for connecting to our spirit guides and also the angelic realm and the galactic people, of course. It's very effective for developing the mind and mental powers, in particular telepathic communication between like-minded people. That is, people whose energies and frequencies and behaviours, beliefs and experiences resonate with one another. It's believed to have the ability to hold telepathic information within its structure that enables one person to send a thought or message into the crystal, which can later be attuned or picked up by a second person. Selenite can also be used to scry for the truth of a particular situation that's happened in its presence. So it's good, for example, as well, a good material for a pendulum, perhaps. It's also said to hold the Earth's own recorded history within its unique linear markings. Like other crystals, selenite does need to be cleansed regularly. So always, if you're doing crystal work, make sure that you cleanse it afterwards, after you've done your work. And especially when working with other people, because it will pick up different energies and it needs to be clean before it's used, say, for work on somebody else. Other ways of cleaning it might be under the light of the full moon. We've got a full moon coming on the 5th of February. So the full moon, and leave it out so it can bathe under its light. You can cleanse it with a smudge stick or incense, pass it through the incense or the smudge stick. And you can also cleanse it in water, salted sea salt, pure sea salted water. And it shouldn't be tap water. It needs to be natural, so spring water, mineral water, or even seawater. And it's also good for charging other crystals, that is cleansing and re-energizing. I have some things available at the moment made of selenite. They're quite heavy. So first of all, I've got this lovely disc. This is a medium-sized disc. This has the 7 chakras, the well-known chakras, on the front. This was carved in Morocco. And you can also use it, for example, like a crystal grid as well, if you like, if you know anything about crystal grids. So it can be used for that as well. But you re-energize your crystal, you put them anywhere according to what they are on there and leave them to charge. I also have this, which is a rather nice mandala charging bar. Got 4 mandala on there. They're in white. They've all got their own inclusions. I don't know whether you can see. Well, it's got like little spots. And then I've got a selenite wand as well. These are really good for healing particular points in the body, for example, that need work doing on them, to recharge points in the body, in the whole system, because the human body is like a grid system as well. If you find difficulty getting your head around that, think of us like a grid, but like a matrix, I suppose. We have a pattern through our body, and certain points within our body can be healed to repair those areas and re-energize and reactivate them, so we are fully in balance. When our bodies become out of balance, we can become unwell in mind, body, and in spirit. So it's necessary to be aware of that. I also would like to say that selenite has natural thermal properties, so they can feel warm to the touch. This particular one feels cool, but if you hold it, it will start to feel warm from the warmth of your hands as well. But it's not a really cold feeling. It's cool, but when you hold it, it warms up very quickly. But mind you, having said that, I have a touch of the Uri Gellers. I've always been able to bend spoons and cutlery, and me and my brother, we used to have little competitions to see who could bend cutlery the quickest, and he was always surprised at how fast I could bend cutlery and even break it. They're quite soft though. They have a hardness rating of 2, so they can chip quite easily. It's important to keep them protected as much as possible. A lot of them will have little inclusions and marks as well, which is often as a result of being carved. So it's nothing to worry about. But you just need to look after them and make sure you keep them well wrapped up in clean cloth or clean tissue or any other packaging that you feel is suitable for them. Even a bag, for example, a nice velvet bag would be good. You can even scratch them with your fingernails, so do take care. But they're a beautiful item to have. And with the full moon in Leo coming on Sunday, which is bringing this new energy, perhaps it's time to think about how you want to re-energize your life and body and soul and mind and spirit. These items are in my eBay profile, and I will put in the links attached to the narrative for this video. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.